podcast. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to try a new segment out. It's going to try to be a weekly thing. We don't know totally for sure yet, but it's going to be a new thing. I'm going to be joined with a good friend of mine. I go way back with this person. I don't think anybody else could do topics that we are going to be called. It's going to be called Let's Talk About It. Basically talking about some of the questions that a lot of women don't ask and a lot of men don't ask. So it's going to be a pretty interesting conversation. No further ado, I think I should bring little Miss Princess out here. Yeah. Also, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms called Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, iHeartRadio, LinkedIn, Podbean, Podvine, Podchaser. I mean, you name it. Just go on the link tree and you can find a good portion of the platforms. The way I find out more and more platforms, I'm literally Googling it every week, and newer platforms just keep popping up. So shout out to everyone putting me onto their platforms each and every week. It's such a blessing, such a pleasure. I know everybody's been asking about my 100th episode. We had a big draw with the last 100th episode. We hit over 3,000 plays, guys. Give yourself a round of applause. We hit 3,000 plays. And I'm going to be back in the ring. So that's even going to be more crazier. I know I told people I was done, whatever. Obviously, you see that prick El Nino. I'm coming for you. November, I'm kicking your ass. All right. Other than that, guys, I'm coming in here. We're going to have a new segment. It's called Let's Talk About It. I'm going to be joined with a good friend of mine. I go way back with this person. It's going to be interesting. Let's just put it this way. If you know either one of us, you know just two of us clicking, that is going to be an interesting subject. So, guys, give a round of applause. We're going to bring it in. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I've got my co-host. Give it up for Michelle Williams. Or Johnson, my bad. I keep messing that up.
It's not Johnson. It's Williams.
Oh, we went back to Williams. Okay, that's good to know. All right.
Don't do that.
All right, guys. Michelle, how are you doing?
I am good.
Oh, Lord. So, anything new with you?
I just celebrated my birthday.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she just celebrated her birthday last Friday. She has been making a personal announcement about it for like over a month. So nobody could have forgot her birthday. Nobody could have.
No, I do not. Okay. First of all, I give my son his birthday, which is June, along with my nephew birthday that was in June. And then July 1st.
Oh, then you make the announcement. Okay. I got you. All right. So from July 1st till last Friday, that was her birthday. She has finally officially turned 31 years old.
Don't be telling people that. Do not.
Congratulations. Congratulations to the 30 club. How do you feel?
I don't have Megan Thee Stallion knees no more. It's not funny.
Oh, Lord. All right.
And then I don't like.
Oh, my God.
I get tired more easy.
Really?
I don't see how you do it.
It's a struggle. I'm built different.
I be in bed by 9.
Oh, no. I can't do that. I work night shifts, so I can't.
Oh, no. I work mornings. Nope, trash that. Because all July, I pulled nothing but doubles at my job.
I was about to say, you were working like double shifts and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure you were familiar with the night shifts.
Yeah, but you ain't have to deal with people like I did.
Very true. Very, very
exactly.
True. All right, Michelle. You've been coming up with this idea. You've been pretty excited about doing this. So explain about it.
It's my baby.
Talk about it. Talk about the show. Talk about what what Let's Talk About It's going to be about?
Well, since you keep saying the name, like
What?
that, gosh, Let's Talk About It is basically going to be where me and you, basically, we talk about everything that our sexes are really scared to talk about with each other.
Okay.
It's just more about opening up. Like, some people, they be scared to talk about it, and if anybody know me, I ain't scared to talk about nothing. So nothing is off limits. Nothing is off the table. Nada.
Oh, gosh. All right. So let's start off. So what are some questions that girls are hesitant to ask men?
What's their 401k plan?
Out of all things, really? Is that what you
No,
put
I
on
don't
a
think
dating
women- I don't
site?
think-
It's like, hey,
No,
what's
I
your
don't think women
401k?
are scared to ask men about their money because
Oh, I would be very sure that they are not scared to ask about money at all.
no,
At
Mm-mm.
all.
Mm-mm.
What's their 401k?
no. So I don't think that's an issue for women. I think they be scared to ask men like their red flags and stuff. Like, what's your flaws? Like, what am I getting myself into? Or the question of what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah. Like, they be like, they be asking that question, like, so what are we doing? I'm not going to ask you that question. I'm going to tell you what we're doing. Listen here, you belong to me, I belong to you, so therefore, we're going to do what we need to do.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
What?
So you going to tell the person what you are going to be doing?
Yes. If I wait around
are
for
you
to
one of
tell
those
me,
people who say, like, if they went to surprise you, are you one of those people that you would get pissed about that, or would you be excited about possibly getting surprised, or are you instantly like, no, that's got to happen now? That's not what I wanted.
Depends.
I got
It really depends. If that person knows me and like knows, okay, this surprise is gonna blow her out. But if you only know me for 2 days, don't try to surprise me because you're gonna fuck it up. That's like going to Burger King and telling them she wants tomatoes on her burger when I don't eat tomatoes. But surprises, no. I mean, like, relationship wise, like, some girls on the phone like, so what are we doing? Are we dating? Are we dating exclusively? Like, what? No, sir. Sir, I'm gonna need you to tell all the rest of them little chicken heads that you have that it's time for you to tell them bye-bye, because this right here, after 3 months, if you don't realize this is what you want to be at, then you gotta go.
So you got a 3-month limit now?
A 90-day test drive. You are absolutely right. 90 days, you get a test drive. 90 days.
Oh, Lord, this is like a Vivica A. Fox movie scene.
No, it is not. 90 days.
90 days, do you love me?
You don't know in 90 days if you want to be with that person.
So this is the 90 days to find out if you love somebody. Okay.
Not even to love them. If you just want to,
I was about to say, yeah, not necessarily the love part. I would
no,
say,
if you like want to continue, like, doing what y'all doing. If you're a friend with benefits, then that don't count for you. Or if you're a side chick, but then again, side chicks last longer than the girlfriends do. So never mind. But it's a 90-day. It is a 90-day policy over here. If you fuck up in them 90 days, you have to go.
90-day policy. All right, guys, y'all hear this from Michelle. You got 90
days
days to impress her.
It's not even to impress me. It's basically for me to like get to know you.
No surprises after the second day.
No surprises. Don't surprise me with nothings unless it's some food or some gas. Well, gas I went back down now. Never mind.
Oh my gosh. I never thought I'd ever hear you say something about gas. Never. That's we hit this club.
Rogue. Okay. Well, then again, 40 put me almost at a half a tank. So never mind. I don't need you to get my gas. I can get my own gas. But if you want to surprise me with food, your best bet is to wait till like after 30 days. Unless I'm
Nice.
telling you, hey, I'm like, you know what I'm craving? I want some green mussels. And you surprise me with some green mussels because you heard me talk about it. Then we can see if we can be friends. You can move up the ladder.
Oh my gosh.
Because you know how they say the best way to a man's heart is
So it's
with food.
it's basically you got to keep elevating up. So if they brought food that what you thought, so they're doing this. They can't go down. They got to go up.
They got because you can't do the bare minimum.
Okay.
Because if you give me the bare minimum now, what am I gonna do with it? Like,
true. So you know your worth, basically.
I see me. Look at me. What's the my worth? Not even look wise. I feel like if you know your worth, you know your red flags, you know your flaws, you know all of that, you good. Did you turn your camera off for me?
Oh Lord.
I'm for real. Like if you know your worth, you know what you can bring to the table, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
True. Okay.
You can tell that person. That's how I say it's a 90-day with me, because if I know what I could bring to the table and I know what I can do, then after that, you should match half of that so we can make 100.
Say that again. Make 100. 100. 100.
100. Because I mean, you grown. You should know your worth.
Oh Lord.
But then again, some females, they don't know their worth.
That is.
They'll let a man sit there. Listen, they'll let a man sit there and dog them out, cheat on them, and be like, "I'm not gonna leave him. I love him." Excuse you? That's all you worth is getting cheated on with $40 Keisha? Oh, Cockroach Lisa?
Oh my God, no, she didn't.
Right. Because I know, because I made a post. I made a post on Facebook, and it says straight up and down, "Don't get mad when I get me a boo, because you want to chase behind $40 Keisha and line behind Lisa."
Lord have mercy. All right, so I like that. Hey, you hit some good points on that. So talk about what's your view on like online dating and stuff like that. Obviously, with the way the world is now, knowing with the COVID and everything, I think that's pretty much almost.
And monkeypox.
I don't pay attention to all that nonsense.
Oh, they got monkeypox. They be all over the place. They're like chickenpox, but 10 times worse. Nursing fields.
Have you actually seen this?
A girl in Georgia actually has it. She was the first woman in Georgia to have the case, and she on TikTok. I can show you the video.
Let me guess. You followed her on TikTok?
I don't know it's like.
So what do you see like say right now? Is it more comfortable to do online dating than personally seeing somebody to possibly go on dates, or is it more easier to do online dating?
Well, it depends.
All right,
is the person that's
hitting it now. Let's go.
To you, is they like in another state, or they're in your state or in your city?
Don't they have like a thing where they say like certain amount of miles and stuff like that?
Oh, you mean like I don't go on dating apps.
I don't know. I haven't been on a dating app in a long time.
It's serial killers on there.
Isn't that on anything?
And the way me and my life is set up, I work for the FBI. If I want to find out anything and everything about you, I'm going to do it.
I believe it. Oh my gosh.
I can find your Facebook page, Twitter.
As long as you don't know her password, guys, you're safe.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, because I don't fix all my passwords. Don't do that. It's just, it honestly, well, I never been, well, I mean, POF, that was more like a booty call website.
What, Playing Fish?
Yeah, that was more like a booty call website.
I remember that one. Yeah, I'd say.
But I mean, nobody's really on dating websites. I mean, you can go on Instagram or Facebook.
I don't know. I don't think people really date off of Instagram and Facebook anymore.
Trust me, you can go on either one.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Okay.
Exactly. And I'm not a nice person. I'm really not. I'm not a nice person.
I can only imagine what you say to these people. I can only
Oh, one of them told me, because me and him talked a long time ago.
Long,
2019 or something.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, can we be friends again? I told him, when hell freezes over, when cows produce chocolate milk, when Plankton found out the Krabby Patty formula, when Annie find out Woody and Buzz is real. Until then, oh, and when February get the 31st. No, sir. What if someone said, I don't want my ex, I don't want the one I had. Yeah, no. It be like that. Like, they hop, because this is how it be. Don't come in my inbox with the heart emojis and the kissy faces. I don't understand none of them emojis.
I believe it.
Like, I don't understand them. I don't get them. Don't send them to me because I don't understand them. And I'm going to text you and say, huh? Or what? And then you're going to be like, no, I was just telling you that you're beautiful. Well, then say that. It ain't going to get you nowhere, but thank you for the compliment.
Oh, God, I could see you doing this shit.
It's just, what does that mean? It's so many different meanings for these emojis.
So you're not an emoji person. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I put emojis by people names.
I believe that. Oh.
Like, I'm not that grown. I'm going to put an emoji by your name, and then whenever you make me mad, I'm going to start deleting.
Oh, so you're doing it like kindergarten, like a behavior thing.
That's how your 90 days play in face. See, that's how they play. 90 days play like that.
Oh, my gosh. Johnny. Happy face, day 1. Johnny. Sad face, day 10.
No, this is how this goes. So,
oh, okay.
If I put, like, I had one person in my phone. His name was my Aggie. And I had, like, a rolling eye emoji, a palm face hitting emoji, and a kissy face emoji.
So he must have been doing good or something for you to do.
No, he was getting on my nerves. That's why his name was my Aggie.
Oh,
that ain't nothing. I had somebody name in my phone as I guess.
I believe it.
Because I guess. I guess. And every time he made me mad, I take a lid off. Now, if your real name, like if me and you talk, like we date, and your real name in my phone is your real name, you might as well just go ahead and just move along.
If you, so you're telling me if someone's real name is in your phone, that's bad. So you need to have a nickname for people for them to up your rankings, basically what you're trying to say. So here's the question.
They don't, and the thing about it is,
Hold on. I really want to know this. So while these people are in these 90-day clause, how many of these guys are you talking to in these 90 days?
Don't say guys, because don't be that mean.
Oh, you don't. Oh, so you actually are stuck to that.
I am focused on
for that
person.
90 days.
Listen,
so you got like a 90-day countdown, basically.
If I am focused on one person, it is one person. There's never multiples behind. It's always one person. Because I'm trying to figure out what you are bringing to the table and what me and you can have. Now, if he got other hoes in the equation, because I'm going to ask you, I'm like, are you talking to other people while you're trying to talk to me? If you say yes, okay,
when does that conversation happen? When does that happen with that person?
Okay, this is how it happens. This is how it happens. It'd be like this.
No. I'm saying like what? So you say these 90 days. So what day are you instantly asking them, are you talking to somebody else? Is that almost when they're about to graduate the 90 days? So they can talk to people until close to that 90 days. Is that what you're trying to say? No, but you understand what I'm saying. Like that is really where the testing is really going on.
Your testing really is going on is basically, because I was talking to a dude like 3 years ago. We was talking. I think about September or October, I asked him, that was about his 90 days. I said, what are we doing? Are we talking exclusively or are we talking to other people? That is the question I ask before you're like halfway through your 90 days, just to see where your mind is at.
You give them a paper to say you graduated.
I should give out certificates. Congratulations.
No, don't.
Welcome to death row.
No. Yeah. Oh my God.
And after that, like, if you tell me, you know, I'm not really looking for nothing, because that's what you should ask somebody. Like, you really should be like, so,
exactly.
You know, what are you?
I agree with you on that.
A friend? You looking for? Fuck, like, let me know, because the thing what people don't get is some women are very understanding. Like me, I'm understanding. You don't want to talk to me.
Oh, really? You understand it? Okay.
I am. When it comes to like people want to talk to me, like if you don't want to talk to me, I don't need no explanation. I don't need none of that. Cool. Bye. Out of here.
So how do you do that? You give them a dap and then go, or is it?
No, I just like,
Peace
all right,
out.
well, I'm like, all right, cool. Well, it was good on you.
Peace out.
Deuces, and block that number, because therefore you can't spin that block again. After I realized, okay, cool, you know,
oh gosh,
this is not what you want to do. This is not where you want to be at. Gotta go.
So now you gotta go back to Charlie, who's on day 5.
No, I chill after that.
You chill after that.
So how long is that? It's no point in trying to rush and talk to somebody else.
That is very true. You're definitely getting somewhere on that part. That's
you
definitely
just chill, like you real deal chill.
Mm-hmm. So how long is that kind of like element as? Do you like give yourself like say like a month to like say, you know, hey, I did give a lot of effort to this person, such and such. It didn't go well, so maybe I need to just focus on myself. Obviously, you got your wonderful son.
Stop telling people about Daddy Child, because he about to go to the fire station. Stop saying it, because me and him not friends right now.
Oh God.
But yeah, I got that child. But the thing about it is, I don't bring everybody around Demario.
That's another thing I want to ask. So like how you just said your 90-day clause. So what time would you actually bring that person, say like if they graduate that 90 days, to bring them around your baby? Basically, your everything. Like,
one, that ain't no baby. That's a grown man. 2, with the way my child is set up and the way Demario is me in a boy body. So
very true.
Sometimes
except he likes anime. I never could see you doing anime.
No. But Demario accidentally meet people sometimes. It don't be on like purpose. It be on accidentally, like, okay, you gotta go because he's asleep. Let's go. But Demario don't be asleep. But I would say I don't bring nobody around Demario until about 10 months in, or like I know where this is going, or like we have established like, hey, you know, this is a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not going nowhere, you're not going nowhere, you know, I'm trying to see where this is going and all like that. But other than that, don't nobody get to be here.
So here's a good question on that. So do you think it's fair for you to have Demario around him just because that is your significant other at that time?
Nope.
Or how does Demario feel regarding that type of situation? Because a lot of people just see it as just their needs. And I know you know where I'm going with this.
Demario has a mouth. And Demario would literally tell me he does not like somebody.
And how many times does he say he don't like somebody?
He's at my door right now. What? I'm good. I'm doing a podcast. Say hello.
Hello.
What's up, man?
Is the weather?
No. I'll talk to you in a minute. Goodbye. I love you. Okay.
What did he say? He said something about rapping?
He said for a news weather? No. Goodbye. Go on somewhere. Go do what you were doing. But Demario, if Demario tells me he does not like somebody,
you take that at heart first thing, or do you try to tell him like, hey, take some time, maybe try to get to know him? Because I mean, honestly, a lot of women probably will do that because they care about what their needs are and not.
I would order something real quick.
Forgot to say I love you too.
Okay, I love you. Goodbye. You just wanna come be on camera. Say hi. Hi.
What's up, little man? You doing
He
all
said,
right?
"What's up?" All right. Holla. What you want to eat? All right. Domino's it is. Okay. Goodbye. Shut me up. Don't come back in here. He only did that because he knew I was doing something with a camera. Like, child, see that like that. DeMario.
That's your child. That is your
I
child.
asked DeMario. I asked him. I'd be like, straight up. If he be like, I don't like them. Like one dude I was dating him for a while, so don't judge me. I just get out of relationships quick because I don't tolerate a lot of stuff. But DeMario said I don't like him because he does not play with me. Okay, so then after that, I tell them, I'm like, hey, my son said he don't like you because you don't play with him. He didn't want to believe it. Till my child said it. So after that, you gotta go because that means that you're not here for my child as well.
Do
You're
you
just
think
here for the
sometimes-
mom.
Now you know you've watched plenty of movies, and me and you could be very big vouch on this. Do you know how like some movies, like the kids kind of make things up just to kind of like say, "Hey, you're not fit for my mom." Have you had that experience yet, or is it dead set? No, it's a real purpose of why
It's
he
a
doesn't
real
like it.
purpose. DeMario, if DeMario does not like you, DeMario will tell me he does not like you.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is, and I watch, like, I might not seem like I'm not paying attention. Like, I might seem like I'm on my phone or something like that. I pay attention, especially when it comes to him.
Mm-hmm.
So if I see my child asking you to do something with him, you ain't doing nothing, like nothing but playing on your phone on Instagram, looking at something, or you ain't doing that but on Facebook, or you ain't doing nothing but trying to be under me, and he asks you to do something, I'm like, hey, sir, my son asked you to come play with him. Oh, you don't want to? Okay, well, you need to get on your Crocs or your Pumas, your Jordans, whatever shoes you got on.
You're dating someone with Crocs?
Some people like Crocs. Some people like some people like to wear Crocs if they like slides. That's how you know you're getting old, because I like Crocs. But that's because I'm in the nursing field, though, so they're comfortable. Warren, shut up. You know I'm half late. Leave me alone. Gosh. I go to Starbucks in the morning. But with a bonnet on. But no. Basically you just gotta go. You can block my number, delete them text messages, all that. You gotta go. Ain't no second chance. None of that. And the child tell me, and I'm watching you. I'll watch you about. I'll watch you a couple of times. Or like if you plan something and I'm like, okay, but you don't plan something with me and my child, you gotta go.
All right. Sorry, the laptop cut off.
I just had a whole conversation by myself.
Well, you took forever, and my laptop decided, hey, I'm not waiting on Michelle anymore. Apparently, that
That's a lie.
night
I was
died out
answering
on
it.
my laptop.
That's a lie.
My laptop said you weren't worth it on that 90 days, I guess. I don't know.
Child boo. Laptop's a liar.
Oh, Lord. All right. So, go back to what you were saying. Sorry.
So basically, like whatever shoes you got to go. And then like me, I'm big on taking trips. Like I like to take trips. Sometimes I do family trips. Like I go places. I take the Mario places. Like August 19th, the new Dragon Ball Z movie coming out.
Yep.
And he wants
Should
to
be a
see
good one.
I don't know. I don't watch Dragon Ball Z.
I think you would like it.
I'm going because my child wants to go. And I'm going to take him to the ramen shop, the Dragon Ball Z ramen shop, and then after that, take him to the movies. Like, if you don't be like, oh, okay, that's what y'all doing? Okay, what's up? Well, hit me up when y'all done. Sir. No, sir. If you don't be
Maybe
like,
he's thinking as, hey, you want to spend time with your son.
Child, I spend time with DeMario 24/7, 7 days out of the week. But if I be like, do you want to come? And you hesitate.
So if they say no, that's a no to you?
Yes, because it's like I'm planning something for you to get to know DeMario.
Okay.
Because DeMario come here and tell you straight up and down sideways. He would come in here and be like, hey, you want to look at a TikTok video? But he sends me them because I don't know. He has my number, or he'll be like, "Do you watch anime? Well, what's your favorite anime?"
Is that a big no-no to him if they don't watch anime?
No, because now the Mario is actually getting into 2K and Madden.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
Yes. So therefore, he'd be like, "Do you play?"
So you're teaching him how to play this?
Nope. He teaches.
I had a feeling.
He had the Boys and Girls Club playing.
Oh, really? Okay. They must have really updated then, because I didn't remember them having video games.
So when he doing that, I just be like, it's not even about that. If DeMario even asks you to come sit and watch an episode of Stranger Things with him,
He watches that.
DeMario watches everything. He's watching Ricky and Morty.
I have not. I really couldn't get into that show.
It's just basically like what. It's just based about, I'm a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
And if you come into this picture knowing I'm a single parent, like I don't ask somebody, I'm not going to ask you for nothing. I'm not going to ask you to help me with my child because he's mine and I can do it myself.
Yeah, very true. Keep going.
But if DeMario be like, he wants you to do something with him, and you've been in this game for far too long, I'm gonna just take it as a you don't want to be a part of my child. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. And call it a day.
Very true. Yep. I totally agree with you on that. I actually agree with you on a lot of viewpoints of that because, yes, I mean, obviously, with you being with another person that has a child, that should be, I wouldn't say your number one obligation, but you obviously have to want to care about that child because obviously, you being with that person, you have to also agree to be with the child. And I totally agree with you on that. Like, there's some things like I remember when I was single and I had my son, I thought it was a lot harder to find somebody that wanted to take two people because when you get in a relationship, you're expecting just for that one. But when you add that extra baggage, guess what? You have to take care of that extra baggage. So I totally agree with you on that. Huh?
And I don't think people get that. Like, people be like, and that's like when I was talking to this one boy. Like, we was talking for almost 11, shut up. We was talking for almost 11 months.
Oh, damn, 11 months. He almost got, he way over the 90 days. Look at him.
And so it was like, you stop talking to
me. Do you get them a t-shirt when they pass?
I take them.
Like, they get like a t-shirt saying, I survived the ride. Did they say I survived?
No, they get taken on trips. I took this man with me to Savannah.
You doing that now. Oh, dang.
Yeah. That's what you get. You get trips, you get LeBron when Kobe Bryant died, you get Kobe Bryant shit, all that. And so he was like, basically,
I'm very impressed that you actually know all that now. I'm very proud of you.
What? I know. Shut up. So basically, it's just you real deal have to be that. But when we was talking to him for like 11 months, I had a kid. So then after that, if you knew that you was talking to me 11 months and I had a kid and you knew that you didn't want to be a part of that, because he never met DeMario. Kept him away from DeMario.
Oh, wow.
So it was just the fact of the matter is you didn't really want to be here.
Right. So when did that make you have that tip to be like, okay, you're not wanting to take that next step because, like you just said, 11 months and them not meeting your son and stuff like that. How did that really impact you? And how long did it take you to actually go, all right, there's got to be something that's changed. Either you I want you to actually be in my son's life, or we're going to have to go another route.
Oh,
how long did that take you to transition?
It was basically after I realized that.
How long did it take you to realize?
I want to say,
Is this the one that you were basically head over heels with on the last podcast?
No.
Is that the one? Oh,
no,
Lord,
and
you were all over that one.
You seem like I'm a simp because I'm a pimp.
We're not doing that on here. We're
Okay.
not doing this. We are not. I brought you on, and I knew what I was getting myself into. But we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
What
Nope.
are my gang signs?
We not doing it. That gang my. Oh man. Okay. All right.
I think that's what they do.
All right, guys. We're gonna take a small commercial break. When we come back, we will be joined with, oh my Lord, Michelle Williams. Y'all take a good break. We'll be back.
For people to keep them happy. And I have to miss my children now so that they can not be pulled out of the school they're in. So they, you know what I mean? It's hard. It is definitely,
Trust me.
it is a hard circumstance. And I relate to you when you're like, hey, I don't get to drop my kid off at school and stuff. Yeah. Trust me. I understand.
It hits me like my last visit with Matthew. Bro, people look at me crazy when I tell them, like, I get him 5 times out of a year. And with him being special needs and stuff, it's even tougher, but like, because it's just like, man, it hurts so bad because it's like, I sit there and resent myself at times because I'm sitting there, I'm like, did I do something wrong? Did I do something this? Because now Matthew's at this age where he's understanding this stuff. He's going to school and he's looking at me going, Daddy, why do I have 2 mommies? Why do I have 2 daddies? And it's just like, I can't answer it. And I never want to tell him the reason why we're apart. And that's one hard pill for me because I love that woman to death in that other room because she's put up with a lot of stuff with me. From the wrestling time. I mean, she is a trophy wife right now. Like, I should not be married at all because I refused it for the longest time. And I remember actually her first match, bro, believe it or not, was when we wrestled at Stampede.
That was it. Oh,
that was the first time, and that was Matthew's first one too. That was Matthew's first one, my dad's, and my wife's first one to ever see live.
Gotcha.
And like, it's just crazy, like how much everything has changed because I used to be.
Goes like this right now, tonight.
I nearly lost it last night. And I was like, yo, calm down. Just call him directly and tell him this.
Hey, yo, when he
Dre's trying to take me with him too.
Hey, when he sent the voice clip back over, he was like, man, get your ass back here. Hey, yo, I was dying laughing, man. It was so funny. It was so funny, man. And I was like, all right, man, I'm back here, man. Because he was just like, that's what my man who was proposing to be my man said. Hey, yo, send me your number, man. I got locked out, blah, blah, blah. Trying to get the code. And I was like, oh, shit. That's key words right there.
Said, not again,
not again, not again, bro.
I'm over here like, yo, I'm over here trying to hold my anger so hard. So when I hit the record button, I'm like, yo, Trey, you know the fuck that it's me. Like, God damn it. Like, why can't you do that? Like, so right after I said that, man, I called him right the fuck away. I was like, yo, you know it's me that's asking you about this fucking question. So, you know what?
That joke had me dying. All right, guys, we are back. All right. Appreciate that brief little commercial break, and we needed all the composure we could get after that. But guys, we are back, and I am back with the one and only Miss 90 Day herself, Michelle Williams.
Don't do that.
How are we? You doing good? You in a better mood now? Like I felt like you were getting in that hostility attitude. You know, you were getting back on that rough road that you had, and it just seemed like you were just all over the place. So I was just like, we got to do this. You know, I always try to look out for you. So it's like, hey, I want to calm her nerves down. We don't need her on the camera just going nuts over here.
Read between the lines, okay?
Oh lordy, oh lord. All right, guys. California howdy. Okay,
What?
Michelle. All right, so we were talking. You had your 90-day clause and stuff like that. So what do you see? So is it different for you? Do you rather date someone that doesn't have kids, or are you open to date someone that has kids? Which one would you think is a lot more easier?
I say dating somebody that has kids. Because they
Have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, of course. DeMario said I can only date people that got kids. So therefore, it's just a lot easier because they understand like your time. And like you can't be everywhere, you can't do this, or like sometimes you can't do it because you ain't got no babysitter. Like they understand, rather than somebody that doesn't have a kid, they get mad because, oh well, you ain't got time for me, or oh, you're always with your kids, or they don't understand that you have to balance between work, especially if like you're a single parent, battle between being the parent, or parents, because I'm both, and then on top of that also balance a social life. Like my social life is like this big. So if I make time for you, I know, right? Listen, if I make time for you in this much of my time, then you better be appreciative. Because DeMario's with me, like I said, DeMario's with me 24/7, 7 days out of a week. Unless I am working or when I went out of town for my birthday. Other than that, I am looking at him. And then they be like, well, let me come to your house. No, my child's here. Can't do all that. But then you're going to try to want to meet him and you don't know.
He ain't in the 90 days. He can't do that, right?
Not even in the 90 days. You can't meet my child. You can't.
Is that one of the ones that just has their name in their phone? Or is it one of the ones that's got like a weird emoji towards it? Which one is that one? You gotta think about it.
Yeah, because honestly and truly, I don't let everybody meet DeMario. Like
that is actually a good thing, because like I've seen numerous people, and I ain't saying names on a lot of people, but it just seems like a lot of women move faster from a relationship than it is a male. Why do you believe that is the purpose? Why do you think that's the case?
Well, some people say,
I got a little serious on that, didn't I?
Yeah, I got a little deep. Well, some people basically they move on because they think that they can heal from the hurt that they had in the previous relationship by being under somebody else. Like you don't have to deal with that hurt because you pushed it all down because you found somebody else to make you feel the way that he did, but you didn't heal from what situation you was in. So now you're bringing that baggage into that. Or it's just some of them, some got daddy issues that they need that attention. Like they need that man.
So they need a support system, basically.
Yeah, like they need that in their life. And then some of them, they just don't want to be lonely. Like after a failed relationship, you be like, dang, am I going to end up by myself with 300 cats? Huh. Let me go get a man. Let me go.
Or in your take, how is Spartacus? If anybody don't remember, that is Michelle's goat.
I can talk about my goat. If anybody does not know, Spartacus is my pet New Zealand kilo goat that I got during quarantine. He's 2 years old, and
instead of buying a car or anything like that, Michelle bought a goat.
Michelle bought a goat.
And I have a dog
Oh God.
named Oreo. Spartacus is Spartacus.
I believe it.
Williams.
I believe it.
Oh, and if my goat don't like you, you definitely don't stay.
Oh, is that in the 90-day clause too? That they got to meet your goat?
No, because that's when you meet my auntie and she.
I was about to say, in the goat in Fernandina.
Yes, he is. He's an O'Neill.
Oh Lord, that's the most savage goat I've probably ever heard of.
He
Spartacus.
gang gang. He gang gang. But no, that's what some people do. Like instead of like working on yourself or like trying to get your life together, find out like when people do that, they bring all that baggage. Then it comes to a toxic situation. Like Blueface, you see Blueface and his girl, they got into an altercation on the street. He told her he'll pay her like $100K just to get out of the relationship. And she said, ain't no money in the world gonna make me stop messing with this man. Who? Sorry, put it in my bank account. I have my stuff packed and out your house. What do you mean? You don't even, better yet, keep the money, send it in payments. You ain't gotta worry about me no more. But not like, and like
you MIA the rest of the way.
Cause like if you like real deal pay attention to a Blueface and the girl that he messed with, Chris Rock, I think her name is, and you see that, that's a toxic situation. Like she got his face put on a fake tooth in her mouth. She got this man tatted right here. She got his name tatted all over.
Are you just saying an imaginary thing, or is this actually happening?
This is actually real deal happening. Like on the Shade Room, it is real deal. Something like it is happening.
That's like someone might need to go to a mental institute. Basically.
She do. She's even said it. You might as well call the psych ward because I'm not letting this man up. And she stole it. The thing about it is she stole his car and tried to drive herself, I guess, back to where she's from, Detroit, and got pulled over and was crying for him. He broke up with her. They're not even, he keeps saying they ain't even in a real relationship. He broke up with this girl and she all crying and stuff. Like that is.
How do you know this person?
I don't, because I pay attention. I got Shade Room on my Instagram. So it's like it comes up and I just be like, damn. Is that just entertainment
to you, or is that also lessons that you've learned from?
No, it's
to actually honestly, stay away from.
Honestly, I just feel like straight up and down, either A, he got some good dick, or B, he doing something for her that she can't get nowhere else, or C, she got some real deal mental issues that like some deep down issues that she think that this man is what she needs. She don't punch this man and scratch him in the face. Like, that's a toxic and abusive situation. Right. And, like, all he wants to do is, like, get out. Like, any man that's in a, like, an abusive situation, like, I would want them to get out of it. Because no woman should be putting their hands on no man. No man should be putting their hands on no woman. But that's like a Bobby and Whitney situation. Like, for real.
So weird hearing you reference that.
I know, because that's like old school to us, and Blueface and Chris Rock is like this generation. So you got to say Bobby and Whitney or Ike and Turner. Like, we know who them people is, but because I don't even listen to Blueface. I don't even know songs he got.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was.
If his name ain't Rod Wave, I don't listen to it.
Oh Lord, yes, I
see
you post about him all the time.
August 12th. Go cop that.
Oh Lordy.
Not a paid advertisement.
Oh, I'm very sure that's not a paid advertisement. But all right, you did hit some very valid points on that. So let's talk about this. So who do you think moves on faster, a woman or a male? And like how we just said, a female seems like they got daddy issues, like they have to be with somebody. Do you see honestly, that they fully move on from that, or is it just they feel like if they quickly get into another relationship, it might help them, and also in a way it also hurts them in the long run trying to get back with that other person? which is
I feel like some
still
people
rocket science to me.
they take and move on in relationships, and they do it because they want to make that other person jealous.
Mm-hmm.
Like they see them out and about, they're like, "Oh, okay, all right." But I feel like men, it just honestly, men are quicker to leave.
You think men are quicker to leave?
Yes, because females, it's like this with us. Females, we leave mentally. Like mentally, we not there no more. Like we start fussing at you about the stuff that you're doing. We start fussing at like every little thing. Like we could have been fussing at you for days about leaving toilet seat up. And after like that mental, like
That
we
is
don't have
true,
that
yeah.
mental thing. After you don't did too much to us, you won't hear us fuss no more. You'll be like, "Hey, I'm about to go out with my boys." "Oh, okay, all right."
You're
we
okay
won't
with that? You're
We
okay
won't
with that?
fuss. You can come back at 4
No.
o'clock.
You hit a very good valid point on that. So say like for something like that, are you fully okay with that person going to hang out with their friends, or are you also in that little sketchy bubble going, oh,
No.
is there somebody else there?
When we know we about to leave a man after like they done dogged us out, we don't care what you do at that point. You can go out the door today and get a girl pregnant. It's gonna hurt us, but we're still not gonna care because the fact of the matter is,
All right, keep going.
you took
I'm listening. Just keep.
and like you just done did too much that to the point now it's just like whatever you do now, it don't faze us. So that mentally we're preparing ourselves to leave. And emotionally, like our emotions done got drained. So when our emotions get drained, we don't care no more. Cause that's like our like mental and like a female mental and emotions go hand in hand. So once both of them two played out, we don't care. The next thing to leave is our body. So therefore, we already be gone, but we don't be gone physically yet. So I feel like a man, if he not invested like we are, he leaves quicker, I should say, because he already got a piece on the side. Like he already got somebody that he was messing with. Because he don't found somebody to do something, or he don't found somebody that entertain him or something like that. So he already got his piece.
Mm-hmm.
So he has already moved on. Because he got what he want right there. So it's like men move on a little bit quicker. Physically, they move on quicker. Because once they see the girl has gone.
I would say women, though. I would say women move a lot quicker just because, like how you just said, I feel like, you know what, this is a perfect thing to say. I feel like women find so many reasons to be upset with somebody. And they take too much on that. Like, say, like, if we both work, I think this is a great example. Say if we both work, 9 times out of 10, the female is actually is thinking that the husband's going to cook for them, or the husband's going to make a decision to eat. But if we look at, hey, what do you want to eat? 9 times out of 10, she's expecting us to ask them, hey, what do you want to eat? And then the most typical answer is, well, I don't know, anything sounds good. And then when you say two different things, and then it's like, no, I'm not feeling that, not feeling this. Like, I just feel like men have to do so much to keep a woman interested.
You don't think we do?
Do you agree? Do you agree with that?
No.
Do you feel like, no, what I'm saying is, this is why this is a good segment. Do you feel like men have to go through so many loopholes to please a woman?
I feel like it's not to please us. I feel like they got to go through so many loopholes because of what the last person has done to that person. So
the male has to suffer because of the previous relationship.
And the thing about it is, it's because that woman has not healed fully yet. Like, think about it. If she got a relationship where a man was cheating on her, so that means her trust is completely just destroyed. She don't trust no man. She don't believe nothing a man say.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not pleasing her. She just don't trust you because of what the last one did. So therefore, you have to prove your trust to her. So therefore, she could be like, okay, I can trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, y'all do gotta go through some hoops and loops and Fruit Loops and all that.
Your
because-
90 days birth certificate over here, basically.
and that is why I do one. That is exactly why I do one, because
So you're 90 days. So say like your dating experience. All right. So I mean, this is a very verbatim thing. So when do you see it as like what's the boundary level? So say like with your 90 days. So like first week, explain it to me. So like how do you see how that goes for like your first week y'all meet? What are the typical type of dates and what are the typical things that you really want to know about that person compared to
the
obviously
first
when
week-
it goes further on up?
What, like the first week? The first week is basically just
Because you basically described this like a damn video game. So
Yeah,
I'm very
it's
curious to know
basically-
what.
because the first week is basically me getting to know you. You know what type of person
Okay.
you is. Like, do you have
Mhm.
a job? That's something I need to know. Or are you a street pharmacy? Or like what do you do?
Oh, what?
A street
Street
pharmacist.
farm?
Yeah, like what do you do? Like, I mean, I don't have a problem with telling you what I do because you're gonna ask anyway.
Oh Lord.
So it's basically like the basic questions, like, what's your favorite color? Do you watch football? Like, it's just the first week is me getting to know you and seeing you.
Mhm.
And then after that,
Mhm.
like the second week, like our first date could be that second week.
Yeah.
And like that's just us, having stuff to talk about, doing stuff.
Do you see that, say like that first week? So like how you just said that second date could be the second week. Are you still seeing that visual as, okay, this is still technically the first week? Because obviously
No.
that's only the second day of that? Or are you already seeing like, okay, we've already advanced up?
No, I'm seeing that basically as it's not even an advance. It's basically like a building block.
Okay.
We're building a foundation. Like we're building a friendship in that first month.
So
and
it's
stuff.
friendship, then
Yeah,
it
that-
goes further on up.
Yeah,
Okay.
that first month, it's like me building a friendship with you. Like if I
Mhm.
can call you on the phone and be like, let me tell you how this hoe just tried me at work, and you be like, oh, what that hoe did. Like that's me building a friendship with you. If I can call you and be that comfortable with you, because one, I'm not gonna open up to you in the first month. That's a given. I'm not gonna do that.
Mhm.
But it's me basically, telling you about me. We're building a friendship. We're getting to know each other. We're seeing where we want this to go. That
Mhm.
second month, that's us just hanging out more, still getting to know each other, still getting a feel for each other. The third month, if you don't realize where you want this to go in that third month, if I come to you and be like, okay, well, I like you, I want to see where this can go, and you still like, I don't know, then after that, I'm gonna be like, okay, cool. So I can keep
Mhm.
you in the friend zone, or I can move you up.
So
to
that means they
dating.
get the emoji and the nickname.
If you, no, it don't come in 90 days. It basically like it builds over time. It really does. It don't come in 90 days.
So hold on. So say like if you met them on POF, do you list them as POF 1 or POF
Shall I
5
tell you?
days or something like that? Like how's that
The
work?
last person I met on POF, I ended married and divorced. Okay,
Oh,
so
you were married.
for 90 days, but in the court eyes, I was never married. So therefore, it's basically like that first week, your number might not even be saved in my phone because I don't know where this is going. Like that first week, your number's not even.
So how do you know that's that person though? Because how you just said their number's not even saved in your phone. So how do you
look at
keep
my
advancing
messages.
that up? Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
just look at your message. So
I
you
know
gonna
who-
know that person instantly? Or are you gonna sit there and kind of like code name it and wait for them to actually say
No,
who that
because-
is?
Like I said, I only talk to one person. So if my focus on you
Okay.
building a friendship with you, my focus on building a friendship with you and getting to know you.
Okay.
Now, if that's not like some men, they have multiples. And like
Okay.
in that third week, I asked you what we doing, and you say, "Well, I'm still talking to such and such, such and such." Okay, cool. Well, let me go talk to such and such, such and such too, since this is not what you want to be doing. Because if you still talking to people, if me and you talking and you talking to other people, like after we get out of them 90 days, like we establish, hey, we're gonna talk exclusively. Like that. I don't know if you ever seen it. It's a list I put up, and it's like, don't get confused. It's basically like dating exclusively, dating.
You put this on Facebook, I'm guessing?
I put it on Instagram. It was like basically like talking like different stages of becoming into a relationship, because some people don't really understand that.
Yeah.
Like you could tell them, like I could tell you, okay, well, you know, what we doing? Are we talking exclusively or are we talking to other people? I'm not telling you that. And the thing about it is, I think some men, they get afraid when you ask that question because they think that you're trying to put a title on something or give something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, sir, that's not for you. That's not me putting a title on anything. That's me understanding where I stand at with you.
Yeah.
So I know.
So you know where to keep going with it.
Where to go,
yeah,
where to move, and all like that. And that's when some men get scared, and I think be like they'll just say something just to say it, just to keep you happy.
So for you to say that, so do you give them a hint about that, or you kind of like want them to actually address it?
I want you
or knowing you, I'm pretty sure you're just very fucking straightforward. You just look at them and go, "Hey, what's up?
I like you. I want you. We can do this the hard way.
You say it like that. So you said, "I like you. I want you."
No, that's not how I said it. I'd be like, if I'm drunk, I'm gonna come out and say it.
Oh,
but
I believe
it. It's also when you like, you also get that fear of rejection over you. So
have you had that? Have you had that fear of rejection?
Of course. It's like if I'm going to a boy that I actually
I am shocked. You actually going to acknowledge that? I'm waiting for the. Oh no. See, Michelle don't get jealous. Michelle does the jealous. Okay. Boo boo. I get it. I do the jealous. Okay. No. Don't get it twisted. No. No.
That's the truth. I don't get like you.
See, I can already tell you get tense. You already trying to pull the hair back and everything.
No,
that's already. You already struck a nerve. It's already got you already like
that. If any black girls know, it's this lace front wig. Okay, it's this lace front wig that I have to fix. So yeah, and he knows it's wig because I showed him it was a wig. So don't play with me. But no, it's just like I don't get jealous. You hurt your own feelings trying to make me jealous of something that you got going on.
Mm-hmm. You're hitting some good points on that, yeah.
I'm gonna be like, is this my competition? Okay, well, she might be in competition on her own because.
I was about to ask you that. So, do you see that? Has there ever been times that you've looked at that and you go, "Oh, I'll be the one that you choose"? Which obviously that's been a downfall sometimes for a lot of people. Is where do you think? Why do you think women still think that that's still an incentive to keep pursuing that person?
Because some women, they feel like that's the one. That's the one they need. And that's going to be the one I be with. I don't care about the other ones because ain't none of them me. They can't do what I do for you. And it's just like the same thing you saying that you can do. You can go get that to another man. And you don't have to be in competition with no female for a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not going to fight for a spot in no man's life because that's too much work. Like I did that when I was like 19 and 18 and all like that.
I believe it.
Shut up. So it's like now, why would I fight for a spot in your life? The same thing that you can do, I could do too. It calls for a vibrator and a rose, so therefore I can do that too. The same thing you buy me, I can go take my card and spend that same thing too. So it's like, I'm not going to compete because I can do what I'm doing for you and do it for another man that's appreciative of it. But some women, they just like that competition because they feel like they're better than someone.
Do you feel like that motivates them?
It motivates them.
Because honestly, I would say this, like, women are more brought different than men because men love competition, but men see it as an incentive to like one up something. Women sees competition as either it's tough or the outcome is not good for either parties.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that?
I feel like men do see it as a competition. And then
All right, guys, we'll come
Don't
back.
mind
We're
me,
gonna do
Doogie.
another commercial. We're gonna do another commercial. So just hold on a sec. We'll be back on it in a little bit. I appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all. Let's talk about your first time being in the ring. Like, what was the feeling of you? Like, what were you nervous about? Like, do you even still get those feelings anymore when you go
Sometimes,
to a show?
sometimes I get nervous and stuff. It really does depend. Like if like I said, it depends on like if I work a guy that I know I worked like so many times. Like we could just call something. As long as we got the finish, we're good. Like I'm heel, your face. That's all we need to do. That's all we
I
need.
beat you, you get popped. There you go.
That's it. That's all you need.
You
But
get
like
your Tootsie Roll.
that is it. But like yeah, it depends on the match. But like if there's like a lot, sometimes there might be a lot of moving parts. I know I used to like get kind of nervous, but like I got kind of to the point. It's like okay, there's a lot.
So, what's the most common injury that nurses and doctors would have?
Well, I would say back injury. And
Back
again,
injury?
it usually depends what field you're in. But even if you're not in a situation where you have to fight all the time, you know, med surge would be your place. You get a lot of back injuries. You know, everybody listening has heard, well, you lift with your legs and you learn how to lift with your legs. But just imagine this. Try to walk up to a bed. Okay. So your knees are pressed against the bed and you're standing upright. And you
Right.
got some big fat guy, 300 pounds, and you got to shift him in the bed or lift him up. How do you bend your knees? They don't bend
Exactly.
into the bed. So you're always
Mhm.
compromising your back, and they have these special lifts you're supposed to use. And I mean, they don't work. I mean, even when you're doing what you think is a good transfer, I remember transferring a guy one day and he was out of it. He clawed my face. He threw up on me.
But what works for them isn't always going to work for you. And you're
Exactly.
still going to have to find your own way. And it's like, that's the problems. People just want these answers. And it's so bad with like the scams and the self-help things that they have going
Oh
on.
my
I almost
gosh.
fell for it really bad when I first started getting into it. Like you pay us some money and we'll sign you, or pay us some money and we'll play your song here. And they were just all scammy
Wow.
websites.
Yeah.
And just, just people will hit you in the soft spot if they know that that's where they're going to get you. Like, they know that up and coming artists, what they want is fame and, to have this and that. So then they'll send them messages saying, oh, I have this amazing opportunity for you. And, then they fall for it and yada, yada. But
Mhm.
I've learned to just be very particular about who I talk to, who I associate with, who I make music with.
Mhm.
I'm actually currently talking to an artist that is very out of my music range, but he is really wanting to work with me because he thinks that might give us kind of an advantage. Because, like when you hear songs that are like Eminem and Ed Sheeran, and it's still a really good song, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, or
Mhm.
like, I can't even think of another one, but
It's bringing different visuals. So like, say like if you put a hip hop artist in a country music song, it's
yeah,
bringing different visuals. Like
Billy
it's
Ray
showing
Cyrus,
hip hop.
Nas
It's
X.
showing hip hop like, hey, you can listen to country. It's not all just what that metaphor is. Like you can
Yes.
embrace that in ways. And I think the first person to really do that, correct me if I'm wrong, but it might have been Kid Rock. Kid Rock proved like you could do so many different generational songs. Get some gloves and let's fight for this Ironheart position.
She got it. I think she's gonna do well.
There you go. All right, so you would want to play something based off of Iron Man and stuff like that. So you would like want to be one of those marquee Marvel films. Um, is there any other like? Let's talk about some of the comedy roles. Like, what if they put you in a comedy film? What would the part that you feel that you would play the best?
Um, I want to say like the actual like funny person.
The actual funny person?
Yeah, like someone who just kind of makes a lot of wisecrack jokes, but like not being mean, because sometimes people are
Something about making somebody submit that's heelish too. So when you do occasionally get somebody to tap out, you look like an asshole. That's changed a little bit with MMA, I think. But back, now everybody's tapping out left and right. But used to, tapping out was special. It meant something. It was a gift. But the figure four is great too for young heels because it's easily reversed. And the move that you put the guy into, you can roll over and it's your demise. Well, man, the fans love that stuff. One of the best things, like when I do spot shows, one of the easiest promos ever is I come out and I say whatever, like, you guys are scoundrels or whatever you say as a heel, but you just look at the baby face and you say, I'm going to make you tap out to the figure four leg lock. I'm going to rip your damn knee off. I'm going to throw it in the front row, and these kids are going to be crying because your patella is going to land in their snow cones, and I'm gonna dangle your tendons from my legs from my teeth. You never walk again, and so the crowd goes, oh, you're an a-hole. Well, what's the best finish for that match? You tell.
The babyface beating him.
Beating me by which move?
By the submission.
By the figure four leg lock. If the babyface puts me in my own hold and I scream bloody murder, oh, my leg, oh, God, and I tap out to my own hold, oh, my God, the place every time explodes.
It'll erupt, yeah.
Explode. And then you can take, and this is the thing, it's not about winning and losing. The babyface gets to shine. All the people are looking at him. But guess who's looking at the guy who can't walk back to the locker?
And so they break down and their body releases this energy, this central nervous system energy that they've been holding on to for so long, making them tense and exacerbating their issues, that after that, the results, start to skyrocket. And within if you have chronic pain for 20 years, it will take me 20 sessions to fix it. If it's it takes me 10 sessions. Caveat being something's like bone. Like there are times when surgery is just needed, but past that, be fixed relatively quickly. And so to your point, it's just like, shoot the shit about life. Like, it's like none of us in
what she was telling. It was a personal message to me, and I'm sharing this message with everybody on this project because you don't know who needs to hear it. And and the gist of the message is basically telling me that it's gonna be all right, regardless of what you're dealing with, regardless of your circumstances, man. Like you beat the odds. I know friends who haven't. I almost didn't. When I started recording this, like I told you, it took me 2 years to put this project together. But when I started recording this project, bro, I told you I was in the darkest place of my life, where I was contemplating suicide every other day, bro. Every other day, my mother.
AirPod fell out.
All right, we're back. Appreciate everybody with that commercial break a little bit. All right, Michelle. We have definitely been hitting some good viewpoints. I will definitely say that. What?
I was on Snapchat.
Lord help us. All right, so Michelle's going to be Snapchat famous now. There we go. How's the audio sound? You good?
Huh?
Audio good?
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Oh my goodness. All right, Michelle. So the point that you brought out for you to do this show. Yes, guys, this is going to be Michelle's main show, but it's just going to be aired on the Buzzin' with Marlo channel to just have an extra opinions on something and give a female's perspective on a lot of things. So you addressed that you want to ask the questions that women are afraid to ask. You have a couple of questions that you feel like you ready to drop off right now?
Yeah, like some of them be scared to ask these men what's their statuses. like any STDs, HIV, AIDS. Seriously, like that don't be a question. Y'all letting these men put dick in y'all with no condom? Y'all don't ask that. Like that be a serious question. Or like, are you still messing with your baby mama?
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's a good one.
they be scared to ask these questions, or like I said, or literally, who else are you messing with? Like it be some tough questions that women do not want to ask men, or about their past, or if you see a man and you could tell if a man has been hurt multiple times, they don't want to ask them about their past. Like they be scared to ask a man about their mental health.
Yeah, yeah.
And like,
are you a big supporter on mental health and stuff like now?
Of course.
Of course. Oh man,
course.
look at that little mature lady over there. Oh my goodness.
I suffer
Oh
from it.
my
Of
goodness.
course. I support it completely 100%. Like I had told you, when I went to Miami, I turned up too much and that drained my social battery. And like, I'm still trying to get my social battery back up. It takes me like a couple of months just to get myself back together. And I know it's some questions out there that men are scared to ask women. Never mind, men ain't never scared to ask women nothing. Some questions that I can help men not ask women, so therefore they won't get their feelings hurt.
Okay, so like how you just said in your 90-day clause and stuff like that. So when you asked the question about AIDS and all that, is that like the first day?
No, because
Are you kind of scared to talk about anything when it comes to like sexual regarding on the first week of anybody you're dating, or is it you kind of wait to that level?
I don't bring that up at all. That first days, weeks. You know, if it happens, it happens. But I don't bring it up. That's not a question. Not that I don't feel comfortable asking, but because then after that it deteriorates from where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can start talking about sex the second day, and next thing you know, we just talk about sex every day.
Then boom, it just happens.
Like one man, he was trying to coax me in my Facebook Messenger. He asked me how many people I've been sleeping with.
How did you answer that?
I said, sir, that's really none of your damn business, because the fact of the matter is you don't even know if you're going to get any. And he was like, well, that's what I ask anybody that I'm trying to deal with. No, sir. That's not a question you ask a female that you're trying.
So how should a male ask that question from your perspective? How do you feel a male should answer?
I feel like
that's the question.
You should wait till y'all two are like more comfortable with each other. Don't ask it like the first date or the first week or the second week. But like, if it's something that y'all know, like that night might end that. But if it do, because some people do it on the first date, they do. If you do, just be like, while y'all talking, are you messing or dealing with anybody else? Don't come out and be like, are you fucking somebody else? Or no, it's a respect thing. Like I'm not gonna come out my mouth and say, so who you fucking? I'm gonna say, so are you talking to anybody else? Or are you sexually involved?
So you're trying to avoid the cussing per se.
I'm trying to avoid.
You're trying to sugarcoat that question. That's what you're trying to say.
It. I'm trying to say it more.
You're trying to PG that question. That's what that sounds like.
I'm trying to PG, and I'm trying to make.
You're trying to Disney this question, like it's in a Disney.
Like I'm gangster or like I'm hood. Like who you fucking with? No, I'm trying to make it like, excuse me, so, like I can't let you know that.
Michelle, nobody will question you ever to being a gangster. Okay, just don't worry. You won't be in that category.
I'm a thug party, so I don't care. Okay, y'all. I'm a thug party.
Oh my gosh.
But it's just
all right, Malibu.
But it's Ashes O'Neal. But no, it's a way like men have not seen.
You don't acknowledge that.
But think about it. Like men, if I say, "Hey, who you fucking with?" Like they take that as okay. Well, I'm not fucking with nobody. You ask a woman that, we gonna be like, well, damn, that's kind of disrespectful to ask me like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a way that that's why I try to say it the way I want you to ask me. So we can get it together.
So kind of just say it in a nice way. Don't use the verbatim.
Use respect. Talk to them like you was talking to your mammy.
Your mammy?
Your mammy. Because you wouldn't talk to your mammy like that. Don't talk to me like that.
No, boo boo.
Yeah, no, boo boo. No, boo boo. Because it's a way, because I feel like if I go up to a man and be like, hey, bro, so you fucking with anybody else? He gonna feel like he can ask me like that. I'm gonna be like, excuse me, I just got a question. So you fucking anybody else? Like, I say it like that, but I say it like in my soft and nice, sweet voice.
Oh, so it's not like straightforward, real fast fucking. It's fucking.
Fucking. Not fuck, it's fucking. And I hope I can help the men, like, talk to women more better. Like, it's 2020. We want to be courted. Like, some people feel like, just like all that stuff that's been going on, how one man flew a girl out, took her to dinner, bought her plane ticket back home, and dropped her back off the airport because she wouldn't have sex with him on the first night.
What's your story take on that?
I got a problem with that.
You got a problem on the woman's side or the man's side?
I got a problem on both sides. And then it's just one in the middle. It's like this. Okay. Like, okay, if y'all was talking, y'all been talking for a good minute.
Keep going.
And y'all are like, okay, so we got to meet up. I'm going to fly you to my city. We going to chill. Then okay, chill. Maybe she was shy and didn't feel like getting all into that yet. She wanted to get to know you a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like on the female side, every female know if a man take you, some men, not gonna say all men, some men if they take you on a
you've
date,
changed a lot since that conversation then.
Some men, if they take you on a date, they think that you're supposed to go back to their house with them, and y'all supposed to get it on.
Right.
Dog, it's our first date. And then they be like, I just spent this much money on you. First of all, sir, I will pull out my bank account and I will pay for it if that's the problem. You want me to cash app you? Want me to Apple Pay you? What you want to do? Because it ain't gonna happen like that. And I feel like men feel like some men. I'm not gonna say all men because I don't need nobody in my DMs. Some men feel like that if they court you, they don't care if it's the first date, 90 seconds, none of that. They could buy you a drink at the club. They feel like you're supposed to give them something. And that's not how that works. And then after that, they wonder how they end up with like gold diggers or hoes like, oh girl, like they'll tell their best friend, girl, all I gotta do is tell him to take me out to dinner and give him a little something, and I'm good. That's sugar daddy. And then some men feel like, if I did this, that for you, then you need to break me off on a little something. When it should just be a genuine, okay, I want to take you on a date, so I want to get to know you. It don't be like that. It real deal be way different. Warren keep disappearing, y'all, but it'd be way different. Like, it'd be completely and utterly different.
All right.
You just basically just gotta. You keep changing clothes.
I didn't change nothing. My headphones died. I took my hoodie off.
I want a shirt. I'll go purchase one.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Go to that app. Matter of fact, guys, go to the Bonfire Shop /Buzzing with Marlo and go get you an awesome V-neck t-shirt, an awesome hoodie, and we have tank tops as well. And of course, ladies, I don't forget about you. We have the Gym Razorback tank tops. Knowing that it's the hot summer, people like to show off their backs, and obviously it's pretty hot.
What is a Gym Razorback tank top?
Oh my gosh. You still don't learn anything.
Anyways, back to what I was talking about.
It's a tank top that literally reveals half your back. It's like one of those little strap tank tops.
Oh, okay. Y'all go buy some, I guess. I don't get
Type in the promo code, capital letters, BUZZ20, and you get 10% off.
10% off.
You do that, it helps the podcast. Greatly appreciate it. All right, next.
Podcast, y'all. I'm helping get pro promo. Free promo, y'all. Go type in it, and after that, go get y'all a hoodie, a t-shirt, a Razorback.
Sad thing is you're hesitating to say it. That's even the worst part.
And another tank top. Go get that merch. I'm gonna go buy one right when I get off of here, just so I can support. But no, it's basically, and after that, just help me and court women. We want to be courted. We don't want to be your hoes. We don't.
You want to be
your
courted?
booty
What do you mean by courted?
Means I want to go on dates. Like, I want you to open the door for me. I want you to be gentle.
So what is your idea of dates? So say like, is it always y'all got to go do an activity, or y'all could hang out at the house, chill like? So talk about it. Like, what are some of the type of dates that you are interested in?
Basically, like some dates you could be at the house. Y'all, if you got HBO Max, all the new movies be on HBO Max. You can make that like a cute little date at home. Like,
what's your idea of a cute little date from
at
HBO
home?
Max? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, whatever movie that.
Let's hear what Michelle's 30. If they graduate that 90 days, that 90-day clause, you get to go to her house, watch that HBO Max. What is that type of date for you?
So basically, we could watch the new the Spider-Man movie or the Black Phone movie. Like
The Black what?
The Black Phone. It's the new
Oh,
movie.
the scary movie. Yeah, I got you.
Like, I have a futon. I can put my futon out. Got a big TV in the living room. We can get pizza. Get
Oh, you going big? Okay.
Like that's like a cute little date at home. Or like,
Do you rather those than the movie type of dates, like going to the movies? Do you rather that instead of going to movies, or are you more chilled out? Because obviously it makes more sense because say like with your child's with you 24/7 of the time, so it makes it more convenient for you to actually still be able to hang out with someone because obviously you ain't gotta have somebody watch your child.
Exactly. And or sometimes like, the movies, that's cool, that's great. Or like, we could stay home and cook dinner together. That's a cute little date.
What's your idea of cooking?
Like pots and pans. Not ramen noodles.
My gosh.
Not no microwave pizza, no hot pockets. On no goddamn pizza rolls. Like, we're real deal cooking in the kitchen together.
You've upgraded then. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
What? You can't make me no pizza rolls and after that be like, okay.
Oh, they if they almost made that 90 days, they make them pizza rolls. Boo boo, you just went back down to day 10.
What? You gotta try that again, because baby, I like to eat. I like to eat. Like, you're not visiting no siree. I like to eat. So, like, that's, like, cute little dates. Or, like, outside dates, like, if you want to go do something outside, like, Top Golf. Or, like, throwing the, what is it? The axe. Throwing the axe. Or going to the,
You would go somewhere like that. You would throw an axe.
Yeah. Or, like, it's one of them. It's the rage room. Stuff like that. Or, like,
I could see you going to a rage room. I could see you going into that.
Like, that's cute little outside dates where y'all two is just y'all two. Don't bring your.
You don't think somebody's gonna run away if you take them to a rage room? You don't think someone's gonna run away?
No, because I'm not hitting them, so we good. They could be mad. They might want to. They might see my rage come out, but yeah. But no, that's cute little date. Or like a walk on the beach, or like y'all can like if it's in Fernandina. Or walk downtown to the ice cream shop. Like cute.
That's basically you obligating that person's got to take you to that ice cream shop. That's literally what you just kind of.
And the thing about it is, they don't have to take it because I can pay.
Oh, so you gonna pay for them?
I can pay. They don't have to always pay. I can pay. I have no issue with that.
Look at you. All right, guys, y'all hear this?
So it's like it's just courting, and I don't want no man to feel like, oh, if I court her, she gotta give me some. No, you are trying to court her to get to know her. You're trying to show her, who you are. Don't sit there like one man. Like, it really was a post on Facebook, and it made me mad because she was like, we want to go on dates, and all like that. Don't be in my inbox at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. Time, so what are you doing? So I'm asleep.
Oh Lord.
Especially if you over 30, do not hit no female in her inbox talking about something. What are you doing? Especially if she over 30, because baby is not having that. I ain't paying bills. I am living peaceful. I am working on myself. Like, no female want to hear what are you doing. Like, no, that's doing too much. Like,
Okay. I like that. Hey,
or
you
teach a
get some
man like
valid-
you can't be nonchalant with a female.
What do you mean
Like
by
act like you don't care.
that? Does that irritate you?
Oh my fucking God, it irritates me a lot. It irritates me a lot. Cause don't act like you don't care. Because when you act
So,
like
so
you
how
don't
long does
care,
it take you to like take that in to where you literally just get to your breaking point? How long does that take for you?
if I'm telling you,
Usually, some women usually say that's actually the best attitude for a male, though.
if I'm telling you, it's not. Because one, some females we want
Because
you
they
to
gotta have all the attention on Boo Boo Michelle. That's what
no,
it is.
it's just
Yeah,
sometimes we
yeah.
want your
That's
emotions.
right. You gotta take me to the ice cream. I might walk on the beach, but
First
I
off,
don't
you
want
ain't gotta take
sand in
me
my
ice cream
toes because they get
because
dirty. You know.
yep, that's one thing I do not like saying.
I like to walk on the beach, take Spartacus out. So you gonna be with me and Spartacus. You know, we might
And
ride the goat.
Oreo.
We might go ride the goat. You know, down the beach. You know, hey.
And then
Boy,
you gotta
that
take me
is-
ice cream. Just go to Walmart and go to the little Debbie snack ice cream and go get me some because I just ate one of them and I got like a ton of them in my freezer right now. This is why I can't. This is why I am gaining. Like my face looks chubby now. Face is not this chubby. It looks chubby. But no, it's just the fact that the matter is, it's just
Oh dear God.
we don't want a man that's nonchalant to the point where he does not show his emotions when we're telling him how something is bothering.
But for you to hit that point, but you also got to realize, say, like if a man has already went through past issues for that type of scenario, there's a
Then
purpose
that's when
of that.
communication
So
comes.
how do you help that person?
Easy. You communicate. You be like,
Oh, it's just
how
like
you
that.
doing? Yeah.
That's the Michelle
Communication.
philosophy. It's just like that.
It's not just like that. It's just like, if I feel like you being nonchalant about a situation or you act like you don't care, I'm gonna be like, what's the issue? Like, why don't you care about the situation? Like, I'm telling you about it and you don't care. And you like, well, my past experience when I showed too much emotions, they was just like bump it and all this, and that. They didn't care.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now that lets me know that I have to show you that I care, so therefore I can get you to open up. Because that's honestly really some men that real deal suffer from mental health. And like some women real deal show them that they don't care. And when you show a man that you don't care about his emotions, that makes him real deal shut down and be nonchalant.
So are you a little hesitant to meet people like that? Because obviously with past experiences and stuff like that, it kind of makes, I would say, kind of like an emotional roller coaster. And I think this is a perfect question for both of our opinions on is how is it so different for a woman for her past relationships and stuff, like how you just said we got to go through loopholes based off of the past relationship from them, compared to the man, we just have boundaries. When I say boundaries, we're keeping an inside shell kind of in, but we obviously want to pursue something, but we don't test you as much as literally as like a damn video game compared to what females do at the same
So
time.
you gotta realize we wear our emotions. Some women, we wear our emotions on our sleeves.
Where do you wear your emotion? You wear your emotion on your sleeve, or you
On
wear
my
it on
sleeve.
your mouth?
I
That
am
mouth, and it literally it goes.
Listen, I'm the ending of the Cancers, but my mindset is more of a Leo. Like I'm prideful and all like that, but I also have that Cancer heart. Like my heart is gonna go on my sleeve. like at all times, no matter what. It's gonna be on my sleeve. So my emotions is on my sleeve. Like if I feel like you're doing something, I'll be like, hey, don't do that no more. And then if I tell you again, I'm gonna be like, listen, I've been through this before. You're showing, like I tell people straight up, actions is everything. So if your actions is showing me something that I have already been through before, I'm out. And I'm going to tell you that. I'm like, your actions is adding up to something that I don't want to personally deal with anymore. Because I've been there, done that, not doing it again.
Does that also make it troubling for you to find somebody because you've already got so many boundaries?
Yeah, because it's like, baby, to get
I'm
to
very
this,
proud of you to even acknowledge that, because usually you'd be like, no, it is not hard for me to find
this.
somebody, okay, Warren?
Now, one thing about it is I can't say it's not hard for me to find somebody. But it is hard for me to find somebody that is actually worth me letting them boundaries down for them to get in.
Okay, so here's another one. So has that happened before and you regretted that decision because obviously that person was a very good person? It was just that one issue to make it go like, man, we could have been something. Like, have you ever had that feeling?
Yeah. But then
I'm
again,
very
it's like
sorry
I
you
don't
actually
really,
acknowledge that, because I'm waiting for you to go, no, not
but
me.
then again, I don't see it as a regret. I see it as a lesson. Like, okay, maybe next time I should do this
You're getting really good with that. Yes, I agree with you on that.
time I should do that different. So it's like everything that, like in these 31 years, I don't learn a lot. So it's like everything that I have learned, I don't see it as a regret. Like any man that I have dealt with in my past, I don't see them as a regret. I see them as a lesson not to go back down that type of road again and not to let somebody else do me like that.
Preach it, girl. Preach it.
Because I will fuck you up with my feelings.
Oh, Lord.
And I work at a rehab center. You will be in there with me.
Lord help me.
Can't say which one, but I work at a rehab center. You will be in there with me when I get done. But no, it's a lot. Like, men have boundaries. Like, some men, they don't like talking about their past. They're not going to tell you. They're not.
Is that a no-no for you? Is that a
I'm
no-no
gonna
for you?
say this. Some men won't tell you about what they did to their ex to make her crazy, and he telling you they broke up because
Do you always believe that? Is that philosophy, or is there also some things you know personally that it is definitely the other party's fault why everything went downhill? You've already know somebody personally because that person is right here through this damn screen. So literally, it's not always two parties that look, oh, you done something to make that person crazy, because
you're talking about your
obviously.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it out personally, but yeah, go ahead, Michelle. Just go ahead and throw that dirty laundry out. Go ahead.
But anyway, no, it's like some of them I can say, like yours, I seen that full blown out. But if I know, like, it takes, like, if I see what made her go crazy, like, if I see her, like, if I see the situation and I just be like I see you acting some different type of, okay, that's why she went crazy on you. But some people, they real do be having crazy exes. They really do. But some of them make them crazy, and then after that say they crazy.
Right.
I feel like the good men, some good men, good men, they have the, just like how I say a good baby daddy always have a bad baby mama and a bad baby daddy always have a good one. I feel like a good man always have them crazy exes. And
is that a hesitation? So like how you said you always want to date someone with a kid, but is there always a hesitation also to be like, hey, I don't want to be another number to that person for some downfall spiral that person might encounter in the long run? Like,
no,
have you ever had that thought, or are you literally like, you know what, it's a fresh restart. I don't care what you've done in your past. I'm looking at what's now.
That's
you
how
don't judge somebody
your past,
based off of
no,
what?
because your past is your past. Your past is who made you who you are today. Your future is where I'm trying to be at. So your past has nothing to do with me. Just like if you gotta, like, if I'm dating somebody and they got a crazy baby mama, your baby mama ain't got nothing to do with me. Whatever problem y'all have, that's the problem that y'all have. I'm just gonna be the one to be like, you know, maybe you should look at the situation from this point, or maybe you should look at the situation from that point. Because I'm not supposed to argue. If I don't argue with my own baby daddy, I'm not supposed to argue with your baby mama. Because I don't even talk to mine. So what makes you think I'm supposed to argue with yours?
Right. I agree.
But if y'all got like a good co-parenting relationship, like y'all, like that, I'm all for it. Because I don't have that. So I'm all for something like that. Like, I'm like, yes, you do that, babe. That makes you 10 times sexier in my eyes when you have good But some people, they don't, because I hate to say it because I'm a female, they got some fucked up baby mamas. Like, they really do. They got fucked up baby mamas, and it's nothing that they can really do about it because
you can't do nothing out of it. I mean, you can just be that person that you are. And one thing I've learned, and I love how you said this, is all your past has just been a lesson. And one thing I've learned for the longest time, just from everything that I've encountered in my life, is, you know, it makes you who you are today. And
it really does. That's why I have it tattooed on my leg.
So
always a lesson, never a failure.
I like that. So what I see it as, you know, with everything I've withstand, I look at Matthew, and regardless of I get him 5 times out of a year or whatever, I still get time with him. It may not be the typical normal time that anybody says. People look at me crazy when I sit here and tell them, like, I've never seen Matthew go to school.
I know. I saw it in the video that you just posted. Like when we was on commercial break, I saw it. And it's crazy because it's like this.
He's 10 years old. He's going to 4th grade.
God, Damari and him is the same age. But it's like
Y'all
this, like
y'all were pregnant around the same time.
yeah, and it's like I can say the same thing, but I can say it in like a negative way. Demario dad has never seen Demario go to school. He has actually never seen Demario. He saw Demario once in his life. And it's like now Demario realizes that, but at the same time, he knows that he has a mother that's going to make sure he's straight 24/7. So it's basically just like I say like this, like I said like this. Some, you know, the good dads that's on child support, they shouldn't be on child support because they take care of their kid. It's just bitter baby mamas. It's just, I feel like honestly and truly, if I ever become a governor of Florida, baby, we passing the bill that if you got proof that you are a good father, that you was in your child's life, I ain't gonna put you on ma'am, why are you putting him on child support? Oh, because he moved on in his life? Ma'am, that's not a reason. Get out my courtroom. But if I know you're a deadbeat, come on that child support. I know you ain't paid it. Oh, best believe I'm coming to pick you up right then and there.
So we throwing a ballot, Michelle, for governor. Is that what you're trying to say?
Vote for me for governor if you don't want to be on child support and you're a good father. Yeah, because I feel like that's
you
the
have a lot of
most
happy people, that's for sure.
Because I feel like if you are in your child's life, you are doing something. He can call you today or tomorrow and say, "I need this, and that." You're doing what you're supposed to do. Like you're there, even if you're not in that same space as him, or you're like miles away. You're still there for him. Yes, I don't feel like you should be on child support.
So we're on a good topic. So I know you've seen that viral video of a bitter baby mama getting mad at a baby daddy for buying his child McDonald's, and obviously she got mad at him for not buying McDonald's for the other kids. What is your reasoning on that? What is your opinion?
Pissed me off. She pissed me off because first of all, even though he was there in the picture, because they was her oldest kid.
Would you ever had that incident, say with Demario? Say like if you had somebody that you were with and they had kids, whatever, and they bought their kids food, but they didn't bring Demario food, which in a way that you're allowed to be upset about because honestly, y'all are together, so that kind of is an obligation to kind of buy Demario food. But if it was in that other situation, how would you have handled that? And it was mind blowing to me.
Basically, this is how the story went, though. apparently he was there for the oldest ones, and after they broke up. So them are not his kids anymore. Y'all not together. He did not adopt them. If it comes down to my child, if you come in this house and me and you are now, see, if we're dating, that's different.
Right.
Because I expect you to treat my child like it's your child, and I'm gonna treat your children like it's my kids.
Right.
But let's say if it was his daddy, even though his daddy would never do it, I wouldn't be mad. I'll be like, kids, don't worry about it. Let me DoorDash y'all something real quick. It's nothing. It's just basically like, I feel like she did that because just like I just have that
why
incident.
do you think that some baby mama, I mean, I wouldn't say just baby mama, I would say females in general do stuff like that? Why do you feel like, what do you think is their number one obligation to do that?
They're bitter.
They're just bitter. So they've got to literally make somebody's life a living hell because they're upset.
Because
do you see why?
Do
you see why I'm asking those questions? Why men's got to go through so many loopholes to please a woman, and it's literally like, you know how, like, I would say a great example, marriage, because research says now, because marriages fail so miserably early nowadays because people see as an obligation to get married in their 20s. And a lot of
I'm not gonna lie, some marriages in their 20s, actually, it's a lot that goes into being married. Even though I'm not married, it's a lot that goes into
what's
being
your
married.
take on what marriage is?
I feel like marriage is basically, like I always said, if I ever get married again, I don't want no partner. That's where you fuck up at. You see that person as your partner. My person, whoever I marry, they're gonna be my best friend. We gonna stick through.
So what's the difference between partner and what you're saying? What are you referencing? No, I want you to explain it because
I'm saying,
some people are probably curious about it.
This how I see it. Marriage, when I see it as a partner, I feel like it's a partnership. Therefore, I see it as a business.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, you're doing what's best to keep the business alive.
Right.
Like when you're a partnership, you're trying to just keep it up and going, up and going. There's no fun in that. You know, it's a bunch of miscommunications. You know, in business, you take your feelings out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically just real deal. Oh yeah, that's just my husband. No, that is my husband. That is my best friend. That is my ride or die. Come home to a Nerf gun fight. Like, I don't never want my marriage to feel like it's boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not never. Even though if we've been together for 20 plus years, like, he don't know I'm still there for him. I'm still his best friend. And that's where I feel like some marriages just really get messed up at, because you forget that person is not just your wife.
Do you think most people get married just based off of needs instead of what's
I feel like some people get married because, one, I feel like some people, they get married because they think they're ready. Just because they've been in a relationship.
What do you mean? What do you mean by they think they're ready?
Like, they think they so in love that they should just go ahead and just get.
So they're in a honeymoon stage, basically.
Yes, and they think that honeymoon stage is gonna last. Like, with some people, it lasts, and it's a good honeymoon stage. It lasts with some people, but it's because they don't put in the work to keep it alive. They don't put in the work to keep that candle burning.
Right.
Where some
You're
people,
on the good
they
topic
just,
right there. Keep going.
like, some people, they just let the candle go out, and they just be like, oh, okay, the honeymoon stage is over with. Now what?
Right.
And then real life hits you. You got bills. Y'all have to figure out life together. Y'all have to figure out. And like, some of them, they don't have that communication. Like, they don't talk about how life is going to be when we're together. They don't talk about who's going to do what, when, where, how in a relationship. Like me, I say
that's one of the most important things to do, for sure.
Yeah. Because, like, I told whoever I married, it's just basically like this. You cook, I clean. I cook, you clean. You know, it's a balance.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a 50-50 type situation.
Yeah, because I don't want no, back in the 70s, 80s, whatever year it was, where man think I'm supposed to cook, clean, do everything just because you work. Baby, I work too. So
it's basically like an alternation.
Yes. Because, baby, just like how you bringing money in this house, I'm bringing money too. I could pay a bill too. It is nothing for me. I will slap you in the face with this debit card.
I like that. I like how you reference that. That's good. All right. So, what do you think? So, why do you think marriages end so quickly on financials? Why do you think people? How does love fall out so quickly just because of financials?
Because they don't have that conversation. Now that right there, that's a tough conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because when people feel like, they don't have to tell you about their money. Now, that's why I said, ask them if they got a 401k plan.
I mean,
it's not to ask them.
I personally, and I know my wife would definitely agree with me when I say this, I don't like talking about it in public.
No, that ain't nothing to talk about in public.
That's one thing that I get very verbal on. Like, say like my wife, she's very open talk. Like my wife really has no mouthpiece at all.
That's
and yeah. And there's sometimes that she will just make a joke, but it gets to a serious fact with me sometimes because I'm like, you don't need to say that out loud. Like, we don't need to talk about that. Like, some stuff like that, that part gets under my skin when I have to hear about it publicly. Because there's just some things I feel like those need to be talked about at home and not anywhere else. And that's one thing I've always made very clear because, oh Lord, I might get in trouble. So with my family and her family and stuff like that, and I know they like to try to help us and stuff. My biggest thing is, and I've always learned this, is every setback is one hell of a comeback. And I've looked at it as, I want to do better. I want to make that difference. I don't need somebody else to decide our stuff. I want to make those choices. I mean, not just me. I'm just saying we settled that here. That's an obligation to me. I feel like that's what a marriage is.
That's one reason why half of marriages fail. You don't put your family in everything.
Yes.
Like,
you speak more on that. Go ahead.
I can break up with, if I break up with my nigga, not my nigga, sorry y'all. If I break up with my man today or tomorrow, I'm not going to tell my family because what if I get back together with him? Like, that ain't nobody business because they're going to be mad at him. And then when y'all get back together, it's a problem. They're like, like, I don't really care my sister. But her man be acting up. We got to go over there. But at this point, I'm like, I'm not fit to jump in it because she's going to stay with him.
So you definitely just hit a good point. Do you ever vent, say, like to your mom or anyone like that with your significant other? Because sometimes, and I get it for someone you've been together for such a long time, I mean, it's okay to find somebody to vent to, but also that person does not just need to see it as one side of the story. I know where I'm getting with this.
Mm-hmm.
What is your take on something like that? Because that first thing, say like if that's someone's mom or dad, the first thing that they're looking at is they're not taking care of my child. They're not taking care of the person that they married. And that means that someone's already going to be on that one-sided story because obviously that's their child. Regardless who's right, who's wrong, they're going to be on that side because that's their own flesh and blood.
Well, one, my mama ain't gonna never be on my side because my mama know who she raised. So, and she know my
That
mom.
is really
So,
true. Shout out
my
to your
mama,
mom. Your mom's
yeah, my
one of the
mama,
nicest people on the planet.
one of the things that's why if I talk to my mom, if I'm gonna talk to somebody, it's either gonna be my mama or my cousin Raven. That's because neither one of them is gonna take my side because they know who I am.
You like the hard critic. You don't want somebody just to agree with you.
I don't want you to be my yes man. I don't need that because I'm my own yes man. I'm gonna tell myself in my head, you know what, you was right. But when I go to my mama and tell her about it, or I go to Raven and tell her about it, they be like, you know you was wrong, right? No, you just know you was wrong. You shouldn't even did that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was just. And that's
What's your
what you
reaction
like
on
me.
that? Do you get defensive at first and then like take a real step back and realize, oh man, they were right? Or
So I
are
still
you
be
first
mad.
thing is like, I know you. That's
I
why I asked you, because I was like, or are you like, oh no, I'm not wrong. You
I
wrong.
still be in my own little feelings about it. So I just be like, no, because they shouldn't have did such and such, and I wouldn't have did such and such, and now we at here. So therefore, F them, F they feelings, and F they like. That is what I really be saying. And then after that, Raven be like, Shell, no, Shell, that's not right, Shell. She be like, listen. And so then I sit there and listen to her. And then after that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I wasn't wrong. I was wrong. So that's when I be like, okay, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that out my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But other than like my mama,
True.
she just hang the phone up on me.
You're right. All right, guys. There's a little corruption, but hey, we'll be back.
What's Warren doing?
All right, there you go. There we go. I was on both ends this time. I forgot what's up.
Wasn't on my end. Anyway, while he having camera trouble, if you are loving this segment,
Michelle, we're gonna do 5 takes. I'm gonna give my opinion, and then you're gonna give your opinion on it as well. Okay?
You know what? Your camera's froze. Anyways, while he's trying to get his life together, if you are loving this segment and you want to see more of it, just let him know. He'll tell me, of course. But also, I want to hear from y'all on what y'all want me to talk about. I'm going to give him my Instagram account, and he is going to put it up. That way you can write me in my inbox and want to see what I'm talking about, or my Facebook, and see. And just give me some topics, some discussions that y'all want to really deeply have. But do not come to my inbox trying to talk to me. Thank you.